All right, welcome back. So we are going to create our website, and first we need to log in. And I'm actually going to be on this journey with you. So I've had this WordPress site since, I don't know if you'll be able to see it on the screen or not, but at the very bottom here in the footer, it says 2015 to 2025. So I've had this website since 2015. It's built on WordPress. And I actually started with WordPress, I believe, in 2008 because I have a private investments website. I believe I started that in 2008 on WordPress as well. And anybody that's ever dealt with WordPress knows there's multiple issues, but this is the big one: updates. I haven't been in the site for about 3 weeks. I have 16 updates. So these updates can be plugins or themes or whatever. Point being, if one of those plugins has the wrong code in it, like a missed, a comma out of place, for example, in a line of the code, or, anything, the wrong space, it'll crash your whole website. And then you got to go through the whole process of going in safe mode and deactivating your plugins one by one, or whatever your approach is to troubleshooting. But anyways, and I was over that probably 10 years ago, but WordPress was the platform if you needed like CRM and, e-commerce and all that. WordPress was really the platform to be on until now. So with all that said, let me get out of here and let's create our website. So I'm going to go to the builder. And before we start, down at the bottom here, I don't know if you can see it on your screen, but I'm clicking on my name, so it'll be your name. That way you can go to your profile. And in your contact info, you need to make sure that you have your prefix set up, or your subdomain. So mine is Cools right here, and that will be what my URL is for anybody to come visit my site. Now you can obviously have a custom domain, and you can use custom subdomains, and I'll show you that in the next video. But for now, let's get to building. So you will choose your category based on industry. There's a ton of them in here. And if, for example, you don't find a category that is exactly what you are, but you can find one that's neighboring, just use the neighboring one. You'll get the same result because the website builder looked at 3 different things. So for me, and this is going to be an example for me, my subcategory will be, I need creators and influencers. And for example, I'm not a course creator and I'm not a content creator, but I'm closer to a content creator now than a course creator, because I only do 1 to 2 courses a year now. So choose content creator. And once again, I'm not a podcaster. I'm not none of these things, but social media creator is the closest thing to me. So now we need to put some content in the description box. So I'm going to go back to my Cools Medley site. As you can see here, my Cools Medley is on a subdomain now. That way I can reference it until I can build out this website that we're building right now. So let me get that, and let me get this info. And I'll show you something really cool. And I'm going to get for my about page, even though it's outdated. Why can't you get my about page? It doesn't like something. Once again, the site's already crashed. Jesus. Anyways, we'll just live with this. So the real cool thing is Magic Rewrite. So I believe Cools Medley may be out of commission. The WordPress site may be out of commission because I didn't update my plugins. All right. So now from the visual vibes, you'll click this because it will take keywords out of here and find images that will be close to it. Now I'm going to copy this though, because I always do. And now I'm going to hit Visual Vibes. All right. And now I'm going to paste these back on. And now we're going to create our website with AI. Now this will take a couple minutes. It takes usually between 3 and 5 minutes, depending on which specialty you chose. But as you can see here, there's a sequence of events that will occur. For example, it will set up your contact form. Now, on the difference between the websites and the funnels, the website contact form is pretty much for a newsletter. So it'll generate a 5 email campaign sequence, and also we'll attach that to an automation. And the automation for this example will be where somebody will opt in, they'll get an email immediately, and then they'll get a follow-up email the next day until your 5 email sequence runs out. Now you can obviously edit all these email sequences, and you can edit your automations, you can edit your forms, all of that. But this is setting it all up for you. That way you don't have to start with a blank canvas. And I'll show you exactly what it generated for me. Now, if you're on the creator plan, you will not get, it will set all this up. You just won't have access to the contact forms, the email campaigns, and the automation workflows. What you will do is in the builder that I'm going to show you, you will use the code module and you will embed the code from like MailChimp or whatever CRM you're using to manage your contact list. So we'll get to that here in a moment. It generates images specifically for your site and for your funnels. It also pings all of the search engines with your website. So Google, Bing, I can't remember what the MSN one's called, but in Yahoo. And also you get a robot.txt file that you can upload to each one of those search engines like Google. That way it indexes your website. So we got you covered from end to end. So I'm going to pause this video because it takes about anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes to create your website. And I'll come back when it's actually at the finalizing website stage. Alrighty, so we are back, and as you can see, it's finalizing the website now. I like to keep mine in party mode. So, all right, so you can go ahead and view your website. And this is what it created for me. It's pretty spot on as far as the pictures and stuff goes. Except for that Coursera stuff. That should be Creative Builder. But I get why. Coursera's been around for a long time. Creative Builders hasn't been around that long. Now, as you can see, for example, in your Q&A, it actually fills out your Q&A. And it get the model that we use has the ability to reason for the most part. And so it's thinking about the content you put in versus what the output should be. So here's the contact form. All right, so let's exit out of this. And let's go down and make sure that it created our forms. So we can go to marketing and then the forms. And as you can see here, this is an old form right here. So let me delete that one. I think that's the right one to delete. Yeah. So this is the new form. And as you can see here, it created the form. And also right here, this is your embed code, and you can use its embed code on anywhere. For example, if you wanted to create a form and then put it on Course Creative on your profile page, you can do that, and all your contacts will come into your CRM. Here's our email campaign that it created. Let me take it out of party mode real quick. All right, so Now, obviously read through the emails, make sure it fits your pattern of, how you talk or anything like that. And cool thing is, if you click edit, you can use AI rewrite, you can get headline suggestions, all of that. So now let's make sure our automation is set up correctly. So we'll go in here, click edit. Yep. So you can see here, it waits 1 minute before it sends out the first email in the welcome series. And right there, it says email welcome 1. So that means everything was created successfully. So let's go back to the website. And excuse me. So this is where you'll edit, and obviously you'll delete the site. You don't want to do that. And I'm going to go ahead, before we get into the editor, which is the big differentiator between every other AI website builder and Crave Builder. We actually have a full-blown website builder, custom created with sections, rows, modules. Every module is custom. It is awesome. So let me go ahead and create my blog. So you'll go here and add a new page. And I'm just going to name it blog for now. You can always change it. And I'm just going to put in the description. What can we call it? Call it the Knowledge Kitchen. Get all of the, I'm trying to think on the fly here. Get all the tips and tricks you can handle. I'm going to obviously use Magic Rewrite on this. So now the image keyword, I'm just going to use social media creator. Now the create blog as showcase is where where the adaptive blog piece comes in. And if you check that box, then whatever you put in here, it will create little blurbs for you to use. For example, if you want to showcase your real estate or et cetera, et cetera. So, if this one's about real estate, you click create blog as showcase, and you'd already have your real estate keywords in here. And then you click generate page. So let's go ahead and just generate the page now. Blog has been added. As you see here, it says it's live. And right here's where we would create our first blog post. All right, so now let's go into the edit, the website editor. All right. As you can see here, blog is now part of the menu. So let's start at the top here. So we want to change our logo. So we're going to change to an image for me. So first I'm going to change the background color. I'm going to change it to black, and I just want to save it just to see. All right, so we need to change our menu color. So we'll click edit menu, text design, and we'll choose white. And as you can see here, there's many different things that you can change, but I'm just trying to give you like a brief overview. So right there's my logo. I've got an image already. Let me find it. Where I had it, there it is. And I already know this image is small, so I need to make that big. And right there's my logo. All right. And I want to show you now the sections. So there's the sections. Over here's the rows. And these are modules. So blue is sections, green is rows, orange is modules. So let's start in the sections. Right here, if you want to change the format of your section that was generated, you can just click Shuffle Layout. Give it a second. May need to refresh my page. Let me save it first. Let me go back. Let me undo. All right, now I'll save my page. And we'll just refresh it. There we go. All right, so let's hit the shuffle. And as you can see here, it shuffles the look around. So now you've got two different sections up here. So it gave you a new row with two columns. You can hit it again and again. And a lot of these will just depend on what you're offering and how you want your page to look. So let's just take it back to that one. And you can copy or duplicate a section. You can also save a section, a row, or a module to repurpose for other, for example, you may like this section when you use it in a funnel. So you can just save it. It'll save it in your media section. And then whenever you go to add, you can click from library. So very cool. So let's update my section real quick. So in the background, I want to use, you got different modes here. So the background image right now you see is single mode. I can change it to a slideshow and add multiple images, or I can use video background. In the video background, what it'll do is, if you have a file that's 50 meg or less, you can upload that video and it'll trim it down to 15 to 20 second video. So let's grab the one that I want to use. I already had it saved. And if you're using a video background, that means you have to upload a image for mobile, because all mobile devices do not play videos for their for websites for some reason. All right, so we'll do save and boom. Now we've got that. One last thing I saw, I had it. Do I have an image module on here? Let's see. Yeah, so I got image module. A video module. So let's click that and let's put our YouTube URL, which I have saved. And put it right here. And I'm not going to change anything else. Obviously, whenever this tutorial is done, I'll just make changes, but there. So now let's save the site. And we can actually preview it before we make it live. So let's preview it. And this is what our website will look like. So I can actually move the logo over further if I want to. But this is what we just generated in, 10 minutes total. So there's my video. And obviously these sections you will update with your team members, etc. The point of Crave Builder's AI website builder is not to force a website down your throat. It's to make where you don't start off with a blank canvas. And that we do better than anybody. So, if I do say so myself. So, let's go back to our sites. Oh, you know what? And this site's, they already come published. You can unpublish it. And it'll take a second for it to unpublish. And I believe, and you'll have a coming soon page that automatically loads. All right. So let's what else can we look at in here? I believe that's all. Oh, okay. So you see these website pages. These pages, you can make them live. And because your actual website, let's see if it's still unpublished. Let me go to the editor. All right, so let's look at our blog here. And obviously we don't have any post. So whenever I was putting in my keywords, it wasn't able to match up a keyword to my blog. So you'll just have to go in and edit your keywords. And the easiest way to do that is to edit the blog page. So let's go out and edit the blog page real quick. So we'll go to edit. And background, and let's search for an image here. I'm just going to put in social media. Oops, put that in the wrong field. Social media, and let's click search. Those aren't really good. I'm just going to put in happy person. Still not quite what I'm looking for. Yeah, that one will work. So now we'll save it. And we'll go up here and save. Alrighty. Preview it. Awesome. And that'll take you back. Alrighty. So that is pretty much everything about the website builder. We'll get into, for example, in your editor, you can drag these sections around. You can rearrange sections just by dragging them. You can delete, but we'll really get into the modules right here. So you've got this list of modules here, gallery, pricing, and based on what your business is and the website, specialty that you chose, you may get a website with, the gallery already, the pricing, all that stuff already loaded into it. So it just depends. All right, so I think my website looks good for now, just to start off. So the next thing we will do is we will go into domain settings in the next video and set up our custom domain and subdomain. So I will see you guys in the next video.